everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Brushes and Bunnies, and in this video we're going to be doing something super chill, super casual, nothing too intense. I'm going to be doing a variety of different sketches with ballpoint pens and also using different colors and combining colors together. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, just drawing in ballpoint pen, and to be honest with you, I thought that this would be the greatest opportunity to do so because I was actually going to be publishing another video today with my watercolor tutorial series, so also don't forget to check that out if you haven't already. But I was planning on something else, but something kind of unexpected happened yesterday where I was not able to edit and film and complete the video for you in time. So this video is sort of like an in-between casual sketching kind of video. And also, to be honest with you, it's kind of a good break for me because I have not had the chance to sit down with my sketchbook and just draw random stuff and kind of just enjoy it. Before I tell you all what crazy story happened to me yesterday, I just want to quickly talk about the benefits of using ballpoint pen to actually do drawings and sketches in your sketchbook. I honestly love pens so much just because they're everywhere. You can doodle at the office, even at school. You always have a pen with you, and they're definitely a really cool material to work with just because they're so smooth when you're drawing on paper, writing on paper also, and they're just a lot of fun to play around with. There's also lots of different techniques that you can use with the pen that makes the pen so versatile. I think that the biggest benefit to drawing with pen is just the freedom of it all. The fact that you cannot erase anything, the fact that you need to kind of take some active decision-making steps before you put your pen down and draw a line, and just think of where and how you want to draw, so that really helps you visualize in your head how you want it to look like before just applying it onto the paper. Unlike pencil, where pencil is something that you know for a fact you can erase very easily, you can change, you can sculpt, you can create, and you can basically change the course of the drawing over time. Pen, basically, you cannot really do that. You need to just, remember that it is permanent once it's applied to the paper, and you can do some things to modify things, like lines that you drew that you didn't like, but for the most part, it's very not flexible in that regards where you can literally change how it looks like. And because of the fact that you cannot erase, you need to think before, and you need to find a way to work with the colors or work with the different line thicknesses, or even with the amount of pressure that you put onto the paper. So if you want a darker line, you press harder. If you want a lighter line, you sketch lightly with the pen. There's different techniques. Because of all of that, it really helps build your creative thinking skill. Drawing with ballpoint pen is a really great exercise to do in your spare time if you're traveling, if you're on your lunch break during work, or even at school. Just sketch a little bit, doodle a little bit with the ballpoint pen. It's a really nice exercise to do if you're wanting to improve your general art skills, and I could definitely recommend it. For myself, this is something I do once in a while. Of course, I tend to do this more at work just because I have everything there, and maybe I am on lunch and I'm just sitting at my desk eating my lunch, which is kind of like a sad desk lunch. I will then tend to just sketch with my pens. So it's a really great exercise, and I really recommend that you guys give it a go. Now on to my story. I really want to tell the story because it's kind of, I don't know, it was a really unexpected thing that happened to me yesterday, and it was also somewhat exciting, frustrating, but it also kind of gave me a slap in the face, more or less, where I realized, hey, like, I need to chill out, I need to force myself to go outside once in a while, and I shouldn't focus so much on drawing constantly, which is something that I've kind of fallen into this pattern over the past 2 years. So yesterday I was planning on staying at home as always and getting my video done for today, and that was going to be the plan, but obviously something happened where that did not, life just said, hey, no, wait, stop, you're not gonna do that today, you're gonna go outside and you're gonna enjoy your day. And how it happened was that I was leaving for a bike ride in the early morning. It was about 9 o'clock in the morning. I was leaving for a bike ride. My husband was out. He was selling our car, and I was home alone. and I sort of like, I brought my bike outside in the hallway, I had my purse, I had everything, and I just shut my door, not realizing that I left my keys on the inside of my apartment on the wall, like on the key hook. So I literally locked myself out of my apartment at 9 in the morning. What was meant to be a 30-minute bike ride to the grocery store turned out to actually be about like 8 hours of staying outside, not being able to go back in my apartment, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to do? Like I have to go to the washroom, I have to eat like lunch and breakfast and things. I hadn't eaten anything yet, and to be honest with you, I kind of look like a hot mess too. Like I didn't, I wasn't expecting to be outside for so long. I just wanted to go to the grocery store. So I had to kind of like make up a plan and think very fast. The worst part of it was that I also had left my bike lock key on the inside. It was on my keychain. So I had a bike lock, but I didn't have a key to lock my bike. So I also had to, find my way to the bike shop, buy a bike lock, like a new one, and then figure out what to do for the rest of the day, which was about 8 hours. Although I was initially frustrated, I was also kind of stressed out because I just did not know what to do about where could I go to the washroom. I probably have to spend more money now today than I really wanted to. I didn't really want to spend any money, but I had to kind of buy food, I had to buy a new bike lock, I had to entertain myself for 8 hours. I couldn't just like bike around the city for 8 hours straight because it's a lot of biking and I'm just not the most fit person out there. So I was sort of initially, frustrated about the whole ordeal, but I realized like, oh my gosh, like, is this kind of a sign? I know that sounds super cheesy, but I was really thinking like this has to be a way of life telling me to chill out, to relax, and to enjoy the little things in life. And the reason why I say that is because the entire last week I was kind of feeling like I couldn't draw anymore, and I felt like I needed to have a break. And I did have a break for about 3 to 4 days where I just didn't do anything. I just came home from work and I watched something, or I went to bed really, really early and just slept. Probably was fighting an illness also, but honestly, I think I needed the time off. And I think yesterday was also like a way of just saying, hey, you need to chill out and enjoy the day. What ended up happening was that as the day went on, I realized that it was actually becoming a very awesome day and it was a lot of fun. I did bike all across the city, and I ended up going to, after getting a new bike lock, I ended up going to a place called Tierpark in Berlin. For those of you guys who know what it is, or don't know what it is, I should say, it is essentially a zoo, or it's a zoo that used to be on like this really old, it's like this property with a castle on it, and it has like gardens, and it's a very, very huge property that was converted into a zoo later on. And it's very, very beautiful, and I love going there so much. So I decided to go there, maybe spend the day and just walk around, look at the zoo animals, and just kind of enjoy myself, like, get ice cream or whatever. When I got there, it ended up being an actual festival, which was a Rococo festival. And there were so many people dressed up like little Marie Antoinette costumes and Rococo period costumes, and it was amazing. It was really nice. It was like I traveled back in time. I'll probably be posting up photos here in the video, so you'll see exactly what I mean. And yeah, it was a combination of a festival. There was like some crazy 18th century sort of events happening, and you could like walk amongst these people and feel like you're back in time a little bit. And then at the same time, you had the zoo aspect. So I really, really enjoyed my day. I did a lot of walking, I did a lot of biking, and I was exhausted at the end of it, but I was really happy. And yeah, that's sort of the story of what happened yesterday. I did want to tell you this story just because I think it's an important life lesson. Like I mentioned before, I think it's important to listen to yourself when you're feeling stressed out, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you just feel like you can't keep going on anymore. I think it's important to listen to your body, listen to your mind, and just relax and force yourself to relax. And I think that many of us artists, I'm not sure how many of you out there feel this sometimes, but I know for me it happens quite often, especially if I realize that I'm working way too hard. I do have a job, and I also have a side job, which is this art YouTube, you know, everything that I'm doing with art. And it's just, it gets too much, and you need to take a break, and you need to force yourself to take a break, and you need to realize and listen to yourself when you start to feel those emotions and those feelings. And it's okay to go out once in a while, and it's okay to go out with your friends and your family, and you should make the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's sort of a funny, I don't know, it was just a story I wanted to tell you, and also just talk about the benefits of sketching. It's a very casual video, but yeah, unfortunately I didn't have much time because of yesterday to do something like a tutorial or anything. So I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. Let me know in the comments below if you have either been locked out of your house once, or if you enjoy drawing with ballpoint pen. What are the things that you like about drawing with ballpoint pen? Any tips and tricks that you may have? And yeah, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read your comments and reply back to them. It always makes my day. That being said, I want to wish you guys a lovely Sunday, and keep drawing, keep being awesome, and don't ever give up. And we will see each other very, very soon. Bye!